I'm Dr. Ruby and welcome to the Veggie Chest, where healthy food is easy and always delicious. And we are making a really delicious recipe today. We're doing a raw pizza. This is absolutely one of my very favorites, and most people I know who have it agree that it becomes their favorite too. So we're gonna do this in like 3 phases. The first phase is the crust. So we are starting with raw almonds that have been soaked for just over 2 hours, but if you can do it overnight, even better. So we're just gonna drain those, and then we're gonna put it right in our food processor. All right, so that's about probably 1.5 cups of almond. Then we're gonna put some basil, because we're making a savory crust. Often use almonds and make a sweet crust, but you can make it savory by adding these type of ingredients. We're gonna add a little sea salt, about 1/2 teaspoon sea salt. And then we're gonna add just 1 or 2 cloves of garlic. Don't need too many, just 1 here. And that's gonna make a really nice savory crust. And we're gonna pulse it, ready to go. So we're gonna scoop some into each crust. Now we can make these little mini pizzas, which I think is really cute. Especially if you have kids, you can have them help you do this. They love getting their hands in this nice mix. And we can also do it as a large single pizza as well, which we're gonna do here. So what we're gonna do is just mold it and press it really tight together so that it sticks together like a crust. So we're just gonna pack it nice and tight. So there we have it, nicely packed. And that is phase 1 of our pizza, our delicious crust. So next we're gonna make a really delicious cashew cheese sauce, which is really what sets this dish apart. It is so yummy, and you can use it not just for this pizza, but any other dish that requires a cheesy sauce. I have a good friend here to help me put this all together. Paul, welcome to the Veggie Chest.
Thank you very much, glad to be here.
Excellent. Now, Paul actually attended 2 of my cooking classes, so he's like an expert now, aren't you?
I'm way better than I was before.
Okay, so we have our cashews that have been soaking, and I'm just gonna drain them here.
Now, these cashews look a little bit different than the ones that I tend to buy and eat. I noticed that they're very pale.
Okay, because these are raw cashews.
Okay.
So that might be why they look a little different, and then they're soaked as well.
How long did you soak them?
We soak these for about 3 hours. Usually I like to soak them for at least 24.
Okay.
And you can soak them for longer if you like.
Okay. So what does soaking do to them?
So the soaking actually helps break down the enzyme inhibitors, which
Okay.
is why nuts last so long, because they have enzyme inhibitors. Once we soak them, those are broken down, and then we're better able to digest them.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
So that makes them a little
Easier.
softer too. I guess,
Exactly,
right?
especially
Okay.
for the sauce. So we're gonna
Okay.
add a couple of things. We need some garlic, about 2 cloves if you want to grab that.
Sure. Okay.
And
Just
while you're doing
drop
that,
them right in.
Yeah,
All right.
maybe about 4. Let's do 4.
Okay.
More is usually better with
Now, do you
with
need
the
to
garlic.
crush these, or just
Put
drop
them
them
right
in?
in.
Okay.
Yeah,
So the
perfect.
machine does all the work.
Yep. And then I'm gonna do some lemon juice. And then you can add about half of that, just a pinch of the sea salt that we have there. So we don't need a lot of salt because we have the tamari that has its natural salt.
That's right.
And then we've got a little bit of olive oil. This is kind of optional for people if they don't want to add more oil. And
What
if
does
you
the olive oil affect do?
It helps with the emulsification of this to make it nice and
Okay.
smooth, and adds a
Alright.
little flavor too.
Okay.
And then we can add the tamari, about half of that.
About half of that.
Yeah, and this is a wheat-free. Yeah,
Now
go
that'd
right
be
ahead.
about a teaspoon.
Yeah.
So, right? Okay.
Yeah, nothing's exact when I cook.
Oh,
So
okay. Yeah, I don't really measure. I can kind of get a good
it's a
eyeball
guideline, a
on
little
it.
bit
Yeah.
more. I do a little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, almost all of it.
Oh, almost all of it.
Yeah.
How's that?
That's good. That's
Alright.
good. And then we're gonna add our nutritional yeast. So, which is that right
that
there.
one,
Yeah.
Okay, and how much?
And
is this?
just do 2 tablespoons.
All right.
And nutritional yeast is gonna help make this creamy and give it more of that cheese like flavor and texture.
Okay.
So it's used a lot. One more for good measure.
Okay, there. So we're gonna have.
All right, perfect. All right, so I think that's good. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of water just so that it's easy to blend. think we said about 3 tablespoons or so. So we're gonna blend this up and have a delicious cashew cheese.
Okay.
All right, here we go. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna pour this over, and you can give it a spread. I'm like, this is the best part of the dish. All right, so now we're gonna move to, I'm gonna give this a taste, see if you're right.
What do you think?
That is good.
All right.
All right. We are gonna move to our final phase and put all of our delicious toppings on there. So we'll be right back. Okay. All right, Paul, so we're gonna put it all together now.
Okay.
We're gonna start with our cherry or grape tomatoes. These are grape tomatoes, so if you wanna just add those in here.
Okay, all of them?
Almost all of them.
Okay.
And then about half of our sun-dried tomatoes. The sun-dried tomatoes really add the flavor, like a really deep, sweet, tangy flavor. And those are sun-dried tomatoes that were packed in olive oil. You can also use the dried sun-dried tomatoes, but you'd need to rehydrate.
Now, should I pour in all the oil as well, or
No, we
just
don't need all the oil. We really want just the tomatoes. And then we're gonna add our parsley. So if you just wanna put the parsley in here too. All right, perfect. Yeah, kind of around like that. And that's gonna be like our tomato sauce for the pizza. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is just kind of layer a couple of things like you would a pizza.
Okay.
So we're gonna add some onions. So I'll just put a dollop here. And we use the red onions because they're a little bit milder since we're using a raw dish. And you could even use shallots on this as well. So if you want to spread those out a little bit,
Sure.
that would be great. And then we're going to add from there, if you want to grab the yellow bell pepper.
Okay.
I like to use either yellow or orange just because it's really pretty. And it makes it stand out. Because we eat with our eyes, so it needs to be nice, pretty, colorful. Because you could add all these veggies together and just blend them, do a pulse on all, and it looks fine that way too.
Well, this does look a whole lot nicer,
Yeah.
just seeing it,
Kind of
diced like that.
separated, yeah. And then our final topping are some olives. These are Kalamata olives.
Okay.
A lot of nice tangy flavor too. So, and so it's optional. It's really what you like to put on your pizza, just like, whatever veggies you like. I like to call this the Veggie Max pizza because it's got a lot of good veggies. I've also done this with marinated mushrooms and balsamic vinegar that add a lot of nice flavor to it. So.
Well, not having tasted it, just looking at it, just like you said before, you kind of eat with your eyes. I know this
Right.
is going to be delicious.
So you can either serve this immediately, like I think we should, or we can let it set in the refrigerator. I think it tastes really great at room temperature, but it's also good cold. So shall we give it a try?
Let's do that.
All right. So make sure you get all 3 layers there.
This is the moment of proof. This actually tastes better than New York pizza.
Well, that's a
And I've
compliment.
had my share of New York pizza.
This is excellent. I do love it. Thank you so much for helping me make this. I think we're gonna finish this off. So thank you for joining me on this episode of the Veggie Chest, where healthy food is easy and always delicious.